shit doesn't stink on Inferno. They all think they've got the best Inferno in the world. Well, here's two teams that actually play the map quite well, and I think are not overrated on it. Now, this is also one of ZywOo's best maps. He's unreal on Inferno. We've seen so many highlight plays from him here, but at the same time, big CT side, I think, is something special.
See if Team Vitality can crack it. Keto down to the base of Banana. That didn't work out too well. Hindsight 2020. Absent. Oh, now he's stuck. He is stuck in a difficult position. No surprise to see him die at the hands of ZywOo. 4v3 to the favor of Vitality. 2 defenders for Big still at this A site. And it looks like the Frenchmen are coming in on this. Flashbangs go over the side of it. Santares dies for free. Searson, he hit the headshot through the side of the box. Will finish off his kill, but 3 more players is too much to ask of him. Tizian in the clutch. Flash goes high, peeks wide, dies. Team Vitality taking the first pistol. It's a 4K for the heavy hitter.
Yeah, Tizian was just hoping to plant the bomb. Didn't expect this play to go down. Double stack and spawn to make sure they could trade, and they didn't even bother clearing him out. And yeah, it's just such a strong map for him. We're going to look at his individual statistics on Inferno, just see how exactly how strong they are.
Scouts in play. Oh, Searson barely alive. Does get a chance to tuck back out of that one. And that's going to bode well for him. He is the only player with a primary for Big.
Well,
Eagles, yep.
1.38 rating all time.
It's kind of really good. Desert
Yeah.
Eagle from Tabson. Sure, it's good for something, but ZywOo is off to the races. You know, sometimes you start to see ZywOo at the start of a map, and you just feel it deep inside you that it's going to be a 30 bomb. It's just the pistol, it's just the eco, but he's already 6 kills deep, 324 ADR. I'm feeling something in the universe, Mohan, and it's telling me we're in for a treat.
Down in the plums.
Yep. Deep in the jimmies.
1.54 impact rating, 91 average ADR, 0.61 DPR. All green stats, of course. All right, what do you think his next? Let's see if there's another map that's even better.
Scout still in play. Of course, Tizian and Xantares moving forward without having to spend more money, but they will spend $300 on a frag grenade for Tizian. See if that utility usage nets them something or nothing. 4 players for Big over towards the A site. Again, that Scout is a threat, and it is surrounded by pistol players. Frag grenade, I will say, is worth the $300 because it drops Apex to 52 HP. See if maybe he gets snapped back by the Scout. Misses the first shot, and that's the only shot he's even going to get. Then we have ZywOo just dropping out of the apartments, able to make some money with the MAC-10 as Apex does the same. All but Tizian slain. He's dropped his utility, but he still does have this deagle.
Feels like G2 are the best ones at making that setup work. That four 2 on lane, 2 on arch setup with the pistols. They're so good with it. On USP rounds, on half ecos. They do it on the rifles as well. But that's the kind of the way to counter it. You have just the like a chimney flash or something from mid, a flash in front of the door, and then you have the jump out of halls into lane and shoot him from behind while crushing mid as well. But it's a good thing to try. Throw in on your CT side. Why not? Give it a shot. Hopping. taking a peek all the way down mid, flash to get him off the angle. He's just making sure they've got all their ducks in a row, right? They're playing Inferno properly. Need to come down at mid, some damage dealt, and he's going to get chased.
Ooh. Access denied. Arch is closed. Apex learned the hard way. Shox picks that bomb up, moving towards the B site. They'll have 2 players to contend with here in the form of Tabson.
Job is on this round. Well, bomb's actually coming back over towards A. They're not trying to go Arch, are they? Be a split. I mean, time is taken down. They don't want to take too long to go here. But one smoke could put Tizian in an awkward position. Drop all his information.
Oh, right up close and personal. Keto's going to get bested. What's a wraparound? The bomb's going to try and work its way up A lane, but that's where Searson stops it. So this calls the rotator back over. Ziwu could just sprint, but I don't even know if he's got time to make it to the B site. And his little moment of hesitation there is going to cost him. No, this round's over. He can't get bomb to site, even though B is clear. Who called for 2 players to go up A site? What's going on?
What did they think was going to happen there? That's a really weird one. Like, unless they assumed it was like a double Arch stack, that they would have to fight one on the A side. What's the plan of action? That's so strange. They get the opening kill comes down here. I mean, they could have the B rotators come back, but those guys could die as well. Arch to B made sense. Full B made sense. Full A made sense. Lane B? That's a new one.
And what upsets me a little bit more is you saw it there with Searson. You know, Shox just rounds the corner. Nothing elaborate. No utility usage with it. Just dry walk around the side. Could not have been easier for Searson to deny them that A entry. Curious. Searson taken away from Carr, and oh my, bagged up. Keto almost able to line up more than one, but it is just his first kill versus Ziwu, 4v3. Big trying to scramble some defenses into position on the B site. Now would be the time to go lane. As Apex tries to maintain the attention of 2, he will be blown into the open by Tizian. Zanteras on his lonesome, trying his damnedest in a 1 versus 3 on the A site. Not only getting a single kill, but then the follow-up damage onto RPK, who will prioritize bomb plant. You love to see Shox in a clutch. He's gone ahead and moved his feet closer towards mid just in case Big come barreling down from Banana, but that is not the case. They're both over on Library side. Now through the smoke grenade, one of which on sight. Down he goes. It's on to Shox. He reacts accordingly, taking the first player off of it, but this is being stuck by Tizian down to the wire, and Shox is going to miss that timing. Big will take a second round.
Yeah, but like Tizian, you know, sticking that bomb. It's the MP9, doesn't want to make it a long round. Shox a slightly out of position, and if Shox ran in, of course, he could have won. But why not give it a shot? And if he hears Shox coming close, like he does start running, he can get off the defuse and shoot back. So nicely done there from Tizian in the 1v1. Good damage from Zanteras and Pit. Also a much better round from Vitality. They do the 3-1, one fake B. I can see their intention was probably to hit A at the end of the day, but that last round they split up 2-on-2 and they were so weak coming into A, they really just didn't have a chance. So there might have been a miscomm or something that made things awkward before, but they figured it out. Default now instantly in control. Looks like a re-aggression on B though. Oh, and RPK peaks, no gun outs actually. That's a bit awkward.
Back over to the A site. Zanteras committed to the pit. Reacts accordingly to Masuda. Lays down a smoke grenade at his feet. Just needs to stay alive. He's got 3 teammates coming over. Vitality know that he is in here.
Shox isn't even coming over.
Oh, down he dies. Shox wants to stay committed so that he can catch these players by surprise. They attempt to walk through that smoke, having had thrown one of their own a little bit further forward, but no, it is not safe in between. Smoke sandwich with dead meat right at the center of it all.
What a strange match.
Right? Okay, it's not just me.
No, it's
I'm
weird.
not comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm not
even
comfortable at the moment, man.
Big look uncomfortable. Vitality looked like something's off. We had RPK playing games with his shadow daggers. He can literally peek CT spawn with his knife out. And they were right there around the wall. Didn't have his gun out. Could actually had a chance. And then Big come through on the retake, pushing the smokes that way. Well, everything's a little bit off right now. It's very, very interesting. Especially coming out of Dust too, which felt so disciplined. So
Yeah, they're just gonna
oil.
throw 5 guys down mid. This well-oiled machine, now a little slippery. It's slick. So slick that they slide out together. Just slipping, sliding down the middle of the map, and well, nothing there for them. Not when they're so ill-equipped. Big buyback. Searson has his op. No utility for him. Single kit on Tabson. So there are limitations that we have to keep our eyes on moving forward. Clearly Vitality in a very strong spot, leading 5-2 with a chance to clear out the coffers and take away that cash once more.
Some concessions made with the Falmuses, the 1 kit, half armor. That's going to open them up to some more utility damage. And the longer the round goes on, the more dangerous it gets. They get someone in response and Searson confident off frag. They needed that. Makes up for a lot, but it's already the fast B press. Oh my God, they're going to come in right through the smoke.
Keto's now stranded.
Oh, they got him mollied.
Yep.
Oh, they don't trade him.
Still takes 2. Nicely done. Able to deal with RPK with the headshot, and then of course Apex was so incredibly low, so good job by Keto to keep a man advantage rolling here for Vitality, but we are talking about a Ziwu at 11-1. He's going to work alongside Masuda. Both, just saw the back turned. They're just completely exposing themselves to the side of the bomb site. There's a second headshot coming in for Ziwu. Tizian, last man up. He was waiting out the Molotov, but another one pops at his feet, and therefore he has to concede. This is a 6th. For the T side.
Feels like these guys are on 2 different servers right now. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I like the play to continue on to B right away, get in through the smoke. The protocols, though, when they were fighting quad were a bit strange. Like, they had the perfect setup. They had the 1 kill in B, and they knew since they got in quick, there wasn't an extra guy anywhere. So they threw the smoke down CT. They were fine. They killed the first guy, and they knew the second guy was quad. Apex threw the molly, but then his teammate swings wide. Instead of Apex just kind of sitting there waiting for him to peek after the molly, they rush it a bit. Apex tries to jump up in the middle of this when he knows there's a duel coming. Some strange decisions being made. Mr. Consistent until now. Don't take this one.
Tabson's current 0.82 at this event would be his worst rating at an event, 3 maps minimum, since 2015.
Whoa.
What?
Not so in form. What the hell? And then they zoom in on Tabson.
Yeah.
This man.
Hey, this guy's playing badly. Look at him. Shame him.
This is what he looks like.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Poor Tabson. All right. 0.82. There's still time to improve, even with a loss in this series. Remember, it's not elimination on the line, but rather looking to run it through the upper bracket. Best of 5 grand finals on Sunday. Be there or be square. You filthy triangles.
Try hard.
Single AK for Tizian. We've seen this single AK buy from Big across the series. Has yet to work out. Seen actually Big in a lot of these kinds of lackluster economic situations. The damage is always there, but the round wins not necessarily. Tizian just tossed to the wayside. Like it was easy. Now the pistol player's at bat. 50 seconds on the clock. Smoke laid down at the top of Banana. That's going to keep Apex occupied. Could stick around as bomb moves over towards this A site. Shock's creeping in, crawling closer to the bomb plant. Xantera's up on balcony, denies it with the 5-7. Good multi-kill potential in this position, but he's not ready for that arch wraparound. So even despite his best efforts with 2, it is the 1v3 we're left in. And it's Tabson, the man whose rating's under question. He's got a lot of responsibility nowadays, in-game leading this team. As Potter said eloquently on the desk, this guy has done everything in his career, all the roles. Does most of them pretty damn well. P250 popping off downrange. Apex is dead with 1 health, of course, to make the difference. But what difference does it really make? This is the 7th round for Vitality in the end. Team Ace as Ziwu closes.
So easy here for Vitality. And they're working the map really well. They're making up for man disadvantages quite quickly. I like how fast they're making decisions. Putting a lot of pressure on Big. It's not really been an open and kill problem, an adjustment problem. I think it's just there's a lot of really tough timings to deal with, to be honest. Like, I like that Big are regressing Banana the killer RBK ones. They're not locking up too much. Searson's gone for aggressive opening picks and been rewarded. But the pace, the tempo changes. They're catching Big off guards. Another kill here, and it'll put a test to Xantares, who gets mowed down in the pit before he can see anything.
Such a quick clash to open the 5v3. No respect, man, in the gun round.
Yeah, on the rounds that are drawn out, when we were critical of FaZe yesterday about the way that they played, it was more so they had space to work with, and then they didn't use that space to do anything. That was the problem with their CT side Inferno. They played a strange Inferno. But Vitality, they're suffocating Big right now. They're giving them no territory to work with. When Big get an opening kill, they respond immediately. They're doing great on the entries. They've got protocols for their fast execs. They're trusting each other. Not easy right now for Big to call things, to adjust, even when they're making it 5v4 really quickly.
Good luck, Searson. Oh, if you even need it. They're coming in from 2 directions now. It's going to be a tough save. And he's cleared. Vitality sweep the board underneath the rug. Looking like they're having fun in the office. Everybody except for Nivera. He's just kind of sat in the back waiting. You can just tell on his face he'd rather have his hands on a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, he's licking a window right now, watching his friends have fun outside. Feels bad.
Is that the key to Counter-Strike? You got to find the window lickers and stick them in front of a computer.
And then hire him as your 6-mans.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to play with Nivera like breathing down my neck like that.
Yeah. Like he's looking, he's like, who do I replace? Who do I replace? That's what he's thinking about.
The only person who's comfortable with
Ziwu's not looking too hot right now. Just kidding, Force. Ziwu's 14-1.
God damn. Apex 10-5. Second hardest hitter for Vitality.
Someone criticized me for saying Ziwu's name like we're French or something. We're both French, by the way.
I'm sure Chad is molding. I want it to be inclusive.
You can't say Ziwu, you can't say Ziwu. Everyone's going to get mad. And every fan thinks they're the only fan. Everyone thinks that they're the only opinion. You say it this way. Why would you say it this way?
You got to add it to that basket.
Saying it this way. Yeah, okay, man. Try casting.
That basket of names that like will always offend.
God.
Searson. Yeah, Gods. Gade. Zipex. Zipnix. Isa. Xantares is pretty basic. Tizian, very clear. Maybe his Deagle can be too, no sir. So just working versus the pistols as Vitality has been for what feels like the entire majority of this series. And once more, it's, the same tale of the tape. You look down at the HP bars, you see where Big could have maybe made their hold, maybe stood their ground, but it's just Vitality that much better today. Looking crisp as they are now leading 9 rounds to 2. And I've got to tell you, I thought this series was going to be a banger.
It should have been. Vitality 42% win percentage on Inferno. So a lot of their games are extremely close. They come within 26 rounds, almost every single one. And their last match was a 5-16 loss versus Fnatic. So Vitality are not supposed to be winning this badly. Versus Big, and some of their big wins are a couple of Fnatic wins in IP. So yeah, they shouldn't have much confidence compared to Big, I would say it's funny that this ended up as their pick, actually, now that we think about it. Both these picks. Another odd veto with Big involved in it. So we look at Big's wins, 6 and 5. Slightly higher, playing it more specifically at open fall. Close loss to G2, win over Godsend, lost to OG, but in OT. Yeah, they've got a slightly better win percentage, but it's hard to have a really high win percentage. You can still say their Inferno is very good. I think Big's Inferno, especially their CT side, is very good. Just right now, it's a whole new Vitality.
Yeah, I mean, even after the first map, I don't question Big's ability to play Dust 2. I just question their ability to stop these Ts, but so far so good here in the 12th. They try to barrel out from balcony, and everybody's turned away. Not a single tidbit of damage has been done versus Big here in this round. And that comes as kind of a shock, because I've just been sat here being lulled into this kind of false sense of security, thinking Vitality was going to win every damn round. But finally, they put an end to that. Big will have a third. We are 12 rounds deep, and they only have a third. However, they could improve on this. Let's assume Big clean sweep from here on out. It's a 6-9 CT side. Nothing to be all too proud about, but at least it would feel like we were within the realm of possibility. If Vitality are right back to their leading ways, if they take that 10th and then maybe further double digits, it could be, a painful endeavor. But Searson run boosted across middle and then wall bangs Shoxy. That one hit.
I mean, yeah, Searson he has to put his cape on right now to get these kills. Oh, they're coming up close again. They're going to test this lane hit.
Nice. Zanteres, perfect timing on that minimal peek behind the hay bales. Looks for it again. And RPK about to stick his head where the sun don't shine. Would have cost him. He just watched his teammate die from the exact same angle. But now they're going to be sent reeling down middle. 3 versus 5. Vitality, they've done a good job at working as a cohort. You know, the spacing between players across Dust 2 and Inferno.
This is a great call, you know.
Nice and tight.
It takes being brave to be able to pull out of a site like that after committing so many grenades and players. But now they could smoke it in. They got Keto kind of alone. He's going to drop his smoke down. But they're taking a bit long to execute. However, he's moving into more of a retake position, which means at the very least, you know, Vitality can secure a plant for what it's worth.
They get the bomb plant and the CTs don't die. That's one thing. If they get that bomb plant with these 2 kills on CT spawn, then things get a little wild. But they have this utility now raining in. The CT smoke is off.
What is that?
What? 7 seconds left over. Oh, this one's not going to bode well for Vitality. They had an opening. They do get the bomb plant, but as said, it's the 5 versus 3, and they had already started to lose significant HP. Zanteres arrives from Banana. It's Masuda in the 1v5 clutch. That's never going to happen. That execute was limp.
Yeah, they had space to do it too. Did you see the lineup? Did they? I don't know if they threw.
I didn't know. I was watching from spawn.
Assuming they didn't throw it on purpose, but who knows? It didn't look great. Wow, it's a great shot by
What is
Searson.
that kill? Yeah, right?
Yeah, holy.
Zanteres, nice banana wraparound. So it is the 4th for Big. I tried to paint that hopeful picture of a 6-9 comeback here. If Big can just show us a sign of life, we won't have to sign the death certificate early. But the casket, it's still closing. Searson ready for another one. Back-to-back rounds where Searson gets the man advantage by peeking down mid.
Luckily for Tabson, I think the best thing about Big CT side is Zanteres. I mean, Searson's been great right now. He's getting so many impact frags, but Zanteres always gets more than he should in pit. Even if he's left alone, his teammates don't get trades. Had some help recently here from Tizian. But he's one of the strongest pit anchors in the game. And they keep testing this lane/halls setup. Searson is no longer at A, so this is objectively the best site to hit. 3 here versus 4.
Oh, nice. Tizian. Great timing, good lineup, excellent damage output. Xantera's peeking. And RPK sneaking in and close up, but he will be cut down after just the 2 kills. If it wasn't for RPK, there'd be more survivors, but Big doing what they have to, keeping themselves close enough to believe a 6th round perhaps, as Vitality take a pause before this final round of the first half comes to a start. That's like 2 years ago, right? Tabson first played against Apex and our lovely analyst Maniac in 2013, losing 16-6 to LDLs. 2013.
I know what. Yeah, you didn't even start
7
watching.
years ago.
You weren't even watching CS at the time, right?
I was not watching CS.
I don't think you missed much, man. I mean, you missed the NIP era, but like the game back then. Oh,
Whoa.
yeah,
It was ugly.
it was.
I mean, when I started getting into Counter-Strike, the beauty of missing that when it was all going down, I think, is that when I first started to fall in love with CS, is I had this vault of history to dive into and really, and I don't get that. I don't get to ever do that again. So I'm grateful. It's like for people who are coming into the game now, I have a buddy who is just kind of catching in when Liquid was taking over, and I'm like, man, just you wait. You've never heard of the Olaf boost?
Into this rabbit hole, my friend.
I remember Moses was working on this series, the game's great, the great moments, and that was really good content for that purpose alone. But focusing in on the micro, we do have a 15th round to talk over top of, and we're getting nades dunked on top of Vitality right now. Zaiwu, lucky to be alive at 10 HP. Has 16 kills here at the end of the first half. Maybe he body bags a couple others, but it's looking like Big have actually turned this around before it was too late. Looking for that 4th round in a row to just at least nab a 6th.
Where is that? Z was opping the corner, waiting for someone to go for a push out. Oh my god, he could get Coffins. Oh, instead, Coffins gets him. Searson peeks out off the corner. Trade comes back finally. Opening round has been so good, so kind to Big. These last few, but now they're going to hit the site together. Tizzy and Xantera. It's going to work together. Starsky and Hutch.
Smoke flash goes out. Tizian, oh my, comes out of the top of it. Here's Xantera's back on the pit. 8 seconds to spare. Shocks, he's gonna have to run, grab bomb, plant it with no other option. Suddenly, Keto could just come sprinting in from short, but they allow him a moment, just a moment to catch his breath, and maybe that's all he needs. 100 HP on Shocks. He moves forward so that the short lane can't see him yet, but Keto is encroaching. And Shocks tries to turn his attention. What if he whips this crosshair to the right? What if he actually closes the clutch? But he won't. Lots of what ifs. But more so important is that Big have found their 6th, 4 in a row to close the CT side that looked absolutely dead in the water. Join us after the break to see how this one unfolds.
been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. And I'll be running, possessed by a low, low voodoo. Fired up like a wolf on a full moon. And we're stuck in a la la land. The tides will turn without us. And I'll be killing time like I might be a cartoon. Take it in real life like haiku. I know we got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding.
Answers to be found. Welcome to the second pistol round of the second map between Big and Vitality, our upper bracket semifinal.
Genuinely believe that was just a case of Vitality playing very well, and then Big, like, just like making the most of a terrible situation. Zanteras, ooh, gets out of dodge. That was close, but Ziwu from the back knocks down Tabson.
Here it is, three-man apps pop. Into the bomb site, they will hop. RPK executes Keto. Searson's up close. We've got reloads being made, and RPK still maintains. He sustains the A site hold long enough for his support to show up. That's double digits for Vitality first. They put a quick end to Big's heat as the team on the T side was cranking it at the end of the first half. They're going to have to cool off for a moment before trying to regain control. Or will they cool off? Full force buy. We've got the Kevlar, the Deagles, and Searson's trusty scout.
Yeah, they're going to keep the Ember going. They're out of Estus flasks, but they're still embered. Okay.
You're such a nerd. Yeah, that's right. Don't even defend yourself. You know it.
Yeah. I've got a Dark Souls tattoo on my arm.
Hey. Smoke grenade. The top of B, they have to hold. You're not a nerd, man. I feel bad for saying that.
I am a nerd. Don't you dare take that back. That's offensive.
Where are they going?
Like B.
It's going to be tough for
Shoot you
Searson
down.
to get the scout into the equation on this one. We'll see what he gets done. RPK, promise on the backside, and his Molotov actually just forced Tizian right into his crosshair. He was corralling kills before he even knew what was coming. That's a 4-piece for RPK on the back of the B site.
I think we got
Navarra's
some
sitting behind him like, nope, not him. Famas what?
I think we got some Falmus statistics about RPK. Like he's like one of the top Falmus players in the game. I'm pretty sure he uses it like a whole lot. We can see how squirrely he's being. I love how he's jostling back and forth with these shoulder peaks, baiting in a commitment, and then coming back out, shooting. He's doing a good job mowing him down. He's over on A and B. He's everywhere. Mr. Worldwide.
Oh my goodness. That is money in the bag. Shocks now at 9-9 after his little MP9 killing spree here down Banana. And it comes to a pretty quick close. So that's that. Wouldn't be too much of a surprise if RPK is good with the FAMAS. It is the standard issue rifle for the French military, after all.
True. And what's the plural of FAMAS?
FAMI.
Oh my.
Everybody knows that. Look, he's influenced Ziwu.
Oh, he's made the gun look cool. See how it pans out. Not a very good start here in the second half for Big.
Nope.
The two
not what
players
they'd
killed in
hoped
the
for.
last 3 rounds.
And Apex just going to do it dirty. Does it again and again. And RPK hunting heads blindly through the smoke. Sees and hits nothing. But still, they're exchanging rounds back and forth, up and down banana.
It's
Tizian.
nuts how Vitality didn't have to deal with any of this mess in the first half. On T side, they were never running through tons of fire, nades, or anything like that on banana. They're just having their way with things, with the way they were picking sites. And Vitality, conversely, are just happy to go into that battle, fight down banana. Come out looking good. They had 3 lines of defense there. Masuda up close up on A. They're leaving Arch open. RPK and Speedway patrolling. It is going to be an A hit. This will be a tough one for the CTs. A chance here for Big.
Lays a smoke at his feet as his teammate falls, and Xanteras actually gets the second. So here you go, Big. Able to hold on after that initial banana clash. Moving it over towards this A site. Well, that reaps them some success.
Really cool that, Xanteras can pull off such great stats overall, all time on this team. Incredible impact rating, and he manages to. He's kind of an anchor. He's not always an anchor, a very patient anchor on CT side, but he's also a very aggressive entry fragger on the T side. He's the first one out hauls on these execs. He'll be the guy to get a lot of 2K, double entry rounds. When you typically think you want a player like that coming in maybe third, probably a great refragger, probably someone you don't want eating grenades first. He does very well, to be the first one out to get flashed, to get naded, still have impact. Talent for sure. Best player on Big right now.
Time for a timeout. Vitality going to call one. They've got plenty of money, so it's not as though they're crunching numbers.
Yeah, again, those first 3 rounds, they only lost 2 players, one on the pistol, one on the third, and that just feeds into this amazing bank that they've got left over. Of course, a saved gun there. Not sure if they saved 1 or 2, and no op. That's interesting.
So I figured it out. Nivera is sitting between Ziwu and RPK.
Sitting.
Yeah, he's sitting behind them, watching. So if he's going to be some kind of crossbreed between, imagine a crossbreed between Ziwu and RPK. If we could just splice human beings together to make better Counter-Strike players, that's one I'm interested in seeing.
Yeah.
Who would you combine in a test tube for the sake
No, I
of
like
time?
that. A tank and Buzz Lightyear.
Space tank.
Space tank. There we go.
I would also like a cross between Oboe and Blame F.
Oboe's okay, before we get into that.
Yeah.
Top banana control gets taken. Apex. Well, they try. Apex has been so good at stopping any aggression on banana. They trade back with a Molotov, but there's still 2 players on the CT side here, and the bomb is behind enemy lines.
How do they get this back? Apex not wanting them to even get close to it. You're right, though. He was really good at running down banana, taking control of it, but he just gets suddenly shot through smoke.
Boy, they go back. He's got help. I mean,
Yo. Tizian's in between them.
Holy shocks. He's going to see him, though. Oh,
Yep. Shocks, he's going to run right into him. Tizian turns his attention back, but there it is, the kill. Most crucially, now it's just attention forward here. Ziwu dropping the flashbang. That's going to stop the T's for a moment, but they're still contesting for bomb, and that nade gets dunked. They're going to throw some utility back the other way. They escape with bomb. Masuda tries to give chase, and he catches Searson just the tail end of this. But Xanteras in a 1v3. This is what Magic is made of. He's got 10 seconds to spare here. Ooh, not even really to spare. He needs to plant. Despair now sinking in as he tries to punch the digits. It's canceled. It's denied. Ziwu with an 18th frag and Vitality 13 rounds.
all about Apex here on banana. First man in, coming up huge with these kills. He gets the 2 frag. Both players no assist. Ends up dying after that. Traded the Molotov, but they've still got 2 lines of defense behind him. Big can't get through the first one. Fragging is a problem right now for Big.
Still got a bit of time to work, but they need to correct course. And oh, Tabson. Eating shrapnel for breakfast. Down to 32 HP before he's even seen anybody. But they could just burst through this mid crossfire setup from Vitality. Is between ZywOo and Masuda. With an incendiary in hand, it's Masuda with the gun out. And he gets himself 2 kills, 3 kills. Oh, the flashbang from Searson blinded his teammates. You saw them with their arms up. No chance in hell. And now the walk of shame as he just crawls back to his spawn and realizes he has a minute to try and survive with this.
Oboe and Blame F would be a good one. That'd be a good one. I just don't know if that person would explode. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the human body can
like,
only...
What if you got Oboe's amount of skin versus Blame F's like synthol arms?
That's what would happen.
Oh, they're coming for him. They know he's not going for this. Oh man, he's got to fight off a zombie apocalypse. Pearson, first shot that he's still alive. Oh, I had him.
Second one, not so much.
I had him.
Team Vitality doubling up the score now, 14-7. We are getting to the closing portion of not just this second map, but rather this entire series. Masuda, I mean, look at that. Oh, they're scrambling. And on top of it all, I think if anybody wasn't blind, it was that 4th player who was actually exiting through Boiler that could have swung out and dealt with Masuda, but ZywOo killed that guy through the smoke. So it's like they had a saving grace, but the Angel's wings got clipped.
Right, yeah. He was just spamming, yeah.
As if it wasn't hard enough, you know?
Yeah.
ZywOo gets that one.
So
and we
Apex
find Big back where they've been. Pistols.
Yeah. This time they're not even... They've done enough. They've done enough to scare the crap out of Big on Banana. You don't have to push every single round. You just got to push enough till the other team is terrified. And then that's when you potentially be strong on A. Shoxy looking for information. And I think he does get confirmation on one. They know there's stuff going on here. Antics at the top of mid. But it looks like they also really want to get that info back. I don't know if they push up lane or not. But they're playing anticipation of a Halls pop that's not coming. So emphasis back on the tank. Sitting here at quad, his favorite spot. The longest crossfire on Earth.
Apex so ready to hit this Molotov.
Oh my god, it's like perfectly timed Molotov. They were literally just about to move.
Yeah, clairvoyant RPK on the back of the site. A classic, but Keto kills him. Good deagle work. Apex finding the headshot through the smoke grenade, though. It's a big scalp to take down Xantares. Tizian rounding the arch side. Just missed the rotate in the Masuda, but down goes Shox. Deagle to the face. Stings, and the P250 swings a little bit wider. Traded back by Apex, but Tizian got into position fast enough with that AK, and sure enough, Keto on the bomb site holds. So Big have won a round with just their measly pistols.
That was a nice deagle by Keto. He's got a pretty good deagle. I feel like we've seen his deagle pop off. Important round. He got one on Dust 2 as well, killing. Oh, wow. I didn't see that one. Okay.
Tizian.
Listen, that's the little bit of variance that they're fine with. You know, they can lose around like that. It's no big deal for them. They've won all the hard rounds, so might be slightly annoyed. But nothing more than that. See about this one. Big looking for 2 in a row. Something they haven't been able to do this half.
Ooh, that's going to be a warning sign for Shox. Yeah, he heard that one tick of fire damage. And then he ticks them back. Shock's going to try and put out that fire, but even though it wasn't burning him, that's weird.
He's just trying to make it seem like he's there.
Yeah, for sure, but then completely swarmed in the process. So because of that, his teammate on the bomb site doesn't have a helping hand, and we've got Big with 2 swift entries. Let's see if the retake can come in from Vitality. Tito, he's laying down the grenades that he had, but that's it. A final smoke thrown. RPK looking to emerge from the apartments, and he gets that quick trade frag. He has utility and then some. Molotov out first, tries to fight back sight. Tito bests him with a double headshot and 3 kills in the round.
Well, it was a solid start with Shocks getting those first 2. Fell back, low HP in the pit. And then neither him or whoever was on site was able to get anything more. So it was just a good 3v5 there from Big. Closed out with some good refrags. And post plant looks easy. They just come jumping through the smokes. They don't care what happens. And now Vitality lose that coveted 2 in a row. They were doing so good in this half, but now they're finally saving.
So similarly to the end of the first half, we're getting Big with a little life in them. Pistols should not be a problem. It's not like Big are taking too many a ridiculous risk. Tizian wants this kill versus Ziwu, and he'll take it. Sticks his head out the window. Now they're just going to try and hit this B site. This is the one that's stacked for Vitality, so if it doesn't go well, there's still time for the bomb carrier to run away, but Keto's covered. Nicely done by Tabson, a flash assist and frag to his name as Shocks is slain, and Vitality remains stagnant on 14 rounds. 4 rounds the difference. Anybody's game to win. Overtime not yet officially needed either if Big really want to run the gauntlet. But it's Vitality's time to come back with a bye.
I think this is where they try to apply a bit more banana pressure again. I think they go a bit aggressive here. Maybe Apex wants to go back to what was working so well for him. They've tried that out. I don't know if they slow it down. Maybe they weaponize Ziwu here. He's taking the peek down. Searson has been good at winning these duels, and oh my goodness, shoots so fast. I think he just sees a badge on his sleeve. Jumps across, abuses that tight ang, and it's Masuda to kill the Hall's Lurker. Scary early 5v4 here for Vitality. Arch is open though. Oh, great move by Big. Oh my god.
Smooth moves, wasting 0 time getting around. Oh, but Xantera's over on Arch. Ziwu, tough spot to be in. Oh my god, he hit the shot. Even despite all that pressure, he lands the damage. Enough for Masuda to then follow up with that second kill, but there's still Searson within the mall. He's, however, just 2 tunnel vision. Oh, but the Cyclops snaps back. Apex is absolutely robbed of his frag. However, in the meantime, bomb carrier now caught at the base of Banana, still fighting tooth and nail as they now go back to A. This is the weirdest round, man.
Oh my god. A second player running down mid. Shocks went all the way around because he was such low HP, but that just opened up lane and allowed for the plant. And just like that, it's a save. They rotated into the perfect save position. Perfect. Let's go save. Oh, that was weird. That was a nice move, though, from Big. As soon as Masuda died, running up Arch into CT spawn, Xanteras made progress. Ziwu hit him in the leg. To be fair, it was close. He could have died there. But then they had another player come out as well. He ended up almost killing, I think, Masuda in Library.
Yes.
Oh, nice adjustment in the 5v4. Good to see them alive in the 5v4.
Nice to show a little fight. A little spice still for Big. You know, you're talking about Vitalities. You know, we saw the stats. We saw how convincing things were. Their 5v4 win percentage, their opening duel percentage. You see Vitality's coach. You know, the good thing about watching French teams is that you get more animated hand gestures. You understand what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of emoticons.
Clearly telling him to calm down a little. Take a breath. Don't stress.
Yeah,
Big exactly where you want them.
don't know about you, but yeah, I wouldn't feel really stressed either, even though it's getting closer.
Yeah, just some zany moments, that's all.
It hasn't looked like a lucky half at all. It hasn't looked like a lucky game. Vitality looked very strong. I feel like I'd feel very comfortable. It's Big who should be a bit worried. You know, they're down a map. They're down 3 rounds. They had a very rough start.
Ziwu did have an incredible start to the game, but I think it's not so much he's cooled off as, I mean, he still only has 9 deaths. But just like on the first map, Launders, everybody from Vitality showing up today.
Right, yeah. And
it's not one of those.
Of course, he's been good on this T side to get the op kills. Like, again, not many people are brave enough to op on T side.
Yeah, difficult job. It's not like he is in a star-studded performance, but still doing the dirty. Getting them closer and closer and keeping them in this. Shock's repositions. Now 2 CTs on site.
Right.
Oh my god, look, just as he's moving past these positions, they're getting cleared, and RPK on the top of New Box. They may not know that Shox is here. No, sir, they walk right into it. Pearson will answer back with something, and it leaves Tabson to try and clutch in a 1 versus 4. He sees the player on a pistol. That's all they have, these other players, pistols. I mean, Team Vitality stacking in the right position and getting away with the kills, but it's not the round, not yet. Tabson's going to go ahead and plant bomb. He's going to get rushed up by Apex. Oh, but he had a chance. Masuda able to swing out with Apex, pressuring the bomb carrier, mitigating the fact that they didn't have guns, those two. Keeping up that Deagle pressure and taking a 15th round for Vitality.
It's tough, man. I feel for Big. They gamble on the B hit, but that's where Vitality gambled and put their only 2 rifles. And the setup was nice. And man, RPK, again, the way he jostles here, he baits this third player into shooting him. He pulls back and then lets Shox take the reins. Gets the other 2. Perfect combination of play there from him and Shox. And also, Shox hit them both with a nice HE grenade that took their HP just down enough so that they could get that 1 bullet headshot. And now Vitality power position. Kind of the same round as before. Big have been showing up a bit, so I'd say, you know, Vitality be scared if they lose this round, because then they're showing themselves that once they have made an adjustment, they can't keep it up. But of course, this is, you know, Big. This is Big's ticket to the finals. Vitality win this round, they're straight to the finals
of the upper bracket.
Upper bracket finals, right? Sorry.
I forgive you. I know what you meant. Don't you stress. Vitality. Shock. Obviously, a bit of a disconnect on that one. Awkward.
Tizian says GG. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. Oh, wait, everyone just lagged out of the server. Okay. I see.
Masuda stuck around, and everybody's left him in the room alone.
Well, I guess they have internet in the building.
Okay, look, I don't want to read too much into it, but everybody left the room, Nivera included, and Masuda's still sitting there.
You think Masuda's getting cut?
I mean, they've got 6 players, and you can only have 5 in the server at a time. Why'd they take Nivera? What are they doing with him? Okay, no, RPK's still here. Don't stress.
Okay. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I didn't see him.
Well, that's a bit unfortunate. It's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, that's
not the end of the map. It's not the end of the match.
Yeah.
Just a bit of a hiccup.
We've seen crazier lagouts.
Yeah.
And we see what was it, JKS? It was a round where I think it was round 30. It's like a big flank.
Yep.
And a lagout. Oh.
Last spring series, round 30. Oof.
Yeah. Oh.
He made the play. I think he lurked, like he was he was lower tunnels. Lower tunnels on Dust 2, watching the Xbox jump up. And all they had to do was stop a cat play.
Yeah.
And sure enough, the player's standing on his screen. And I was losing my mind. I'm like, shoot, why are you playing Discipline? And then I looked over and I saw his face, and I realized that is the face of an angry man. That is not the face of a player who has an easy kill ahead. And all hell broke loose.
Oh, man.
That is
I
not
mean,
the
I know
case
it's a
here.
terrible situation for the players, but I'd like to extend some sympathy for the casters, too, when we're in that situation. Not
know
an easy
what's,
situation to be in.
You know what saves casters from situations like this?
Breaks.
Breaks. Ladies and gentlemen, while these teams fix their issues, we're going to go ahead and throw it to a break. Don't go too far. You're watching DreamHack Open Fall 2020, brought to you by DreamHack and Valve.
Rise and shine, London.
Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me, and we can run from here, and we can disappear, and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me, 'cause I know I can make you believe something that only we can see. Oh, so baby, hold on to me, hold on to me. Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me, and we can run from here, and we can disappear, and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me, 'cause I know I can make you believe something that only we can see. Oh, so baby, hold on to me.
Counter-Strike fans, rejoice. We are back into the server. We have reset the score at 15-11, seeing as Shocks Shocks and everyone else had DC'd before damage was done. So just to let you know, we've done a little bit of a rewind here. Rejoice, as the action is set to continue.
It's rewind time.
Will Smith.
Twitch Rewind 2020.
That should be a good one. Uh-oh. That frag grenade didn't bounce the way he'd hope. Could have maybe done a little chip damage. Everybody's still at 100 HP. Flash goes high. Apex connects some shots on the man in the back and then kills Tabson. However, it is traded, of course. Searson fast enough on that op, as always, to get the 4v4.
It's hard to say who the best player on the map has been for Vitality. Because the Shocks have been, I mean, Apex has just been critical on this CT side for like their initial bundle of rounds that they got with all these B pushes that he's been pulling off. Whether or not he dies, so much damage, so much info. Takes the edge off, really. RPK as a fallback plan has also been star of the show. Mowing him down, making sure no one dies on eco rounds. Locked it down with Shocks on that saved gun round in B. And, okay, big. This is like the round that Vitality set up where they went for the 2-lane
Yeah, I was
hit with a
thinking
bomb
that.
on lane. Okay, this is how it's supposed to look.
Right. An arch play instead. Masuda, can he stop this? I mean, technically, he doesn't need to stop it, just needs to slow it down. And he gets one at least 20 seconds in the round. RPK, perfect timing. Zywoo as well, dealing with the second A player, puts it all on Searson. And ladies and gents, just like that, a 16th round added to the board for Vitality. The 2-2 split from Big falls short, and the 2-0 for Vitality, as nobody's eliminated, but we do have the Frenchman moving forward in the upper bracket.
It was one of the cleanest wins that we've seen in a while. There's been a couple of series. I remember one with G2 where there's a number of eco rounds that get won and they muddy the results a little bit. It's a coin flip as to figure out who actually was a better team. But in this series, Vitality were so good. Basically, both sides, both maps, consistently looked like the stronger team. Never really looked out of control of it. And they had a map to fall back on. So got to give them credit, man. They look so good.
They look so good. I think that's my takeaway from this series. Everybody from Vitality was showing up. Shox had big plays. RPK, excellent holds. Apex, aggression down Banana on Inferno, most notably. And I'd say Zywoo's start to the server, or rather, match, just taking over control and never letting Big get comfortable. And that's all without mentioning Masuda, who just looked really consistent, had some key moments, closed out Dust 2 in the 1v1 clutch. Just Vitality as a team look good, and that bodes well for them as they continue their run on the upper bracket. There is still 2 best of 3s to come, of course, but Dinko and Haka will be taking over the show, capable hands, of course, and before